that goes with it, so a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Ball handed off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Matthews. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Well, move the sticks for a first down for this Tennessee offense. And this quarterback is really starting to throw the ball well, putting the ball in the money and giving these receivers a chance to make plays after the catch. And I tell you, they've had some great quarterbacks, as we know, that have played in their time in Knoxville.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And he's got it. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. And he knocks it right through the uprights. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and we'll start at the 25. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
Ball handed off. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive moving.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. He's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
The Noles getting set on 1st and 10. And on the carry, he's heading left. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looking to pass this time. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
They go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. And he drops back in the gun. Lets it go quickly. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
1st down and goal now. Can they punch it in? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the point after is good. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly
into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT puts him up 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up the first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 10, Florida State 7.
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Looking to throw it on first down. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Bringing pressure. Stopped short of the end zone. Spot the ball at the 2-yard line.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
On the run, it's Davis. They stop him again. Back-to-back plays go nowhere here on the goal line. And the Noles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But it is tough to run the football inside this. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Seminoles will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. And the quarterback just sneaks it. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
4th down completion to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so we'll start at the 25. Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. They'll run it here. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but pick will set up the offense at the 35.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And the Seminoles are in the red zone now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Boy, not only they dropped what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. somehow catches a break on this tip ball, that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. The Vols will send the punt team onto the field. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. Breaking tackles. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And that run produces a decent gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's McCoy. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, a lot of times you match up a wide receiver, you get a linebacker on him. You'd like to think that the wide receiver can shake him. But this linebacker is really athletic and is able to make plays in space.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. He's running out of time here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked. The Noles bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner will be brought down.
Well, I thought the return team did a really good job of giving him some room to work with. I feel like the returner was so focused on making a big play downfield that he forgot to take care of the football, and it cost him.
Back in motion now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will have to settle for 3? The pocket breaking down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building a lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quick throw over the middle. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Hard running there, breaking tackles. Tough running there, breaks a tackle, picks up the first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made on the out route. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. That completion makes it 2nd and short. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking for the wide out. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And he's going to finally head out of bounds. But you talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
First down, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. So after the incompletion, it's second down.
42 Spider. Acorn.
Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. They look to throw it here on second down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Put it down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Out of the gun now on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Matthews. He goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense. And the balls come to the line with first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down and goal upcoming. Back to throw again. Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. Stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. PAT up and good. They trail by a touchdown, 24-17. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Trying to create here on the move. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And it works. The first down to the 35.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And Ted, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, at Florida State.
Second down, looking to throw it. Pass is caught. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And the Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's McCoy.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Second down play coming up. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles. And they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
31, Tennessee, 17.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the Tennessee offense will take over. First and 10.
Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 20, past the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. And they'll set up with PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
31, Tennessee, 24.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Offense ready to start this drive. Handoff heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Looking to pass here on second down. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Receiver in motion now. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
With third down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Grab behind the line. It's Davis. Breaking free at midfield. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser-focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Just gets in the way, taking a shot. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. The Vols will have to kick this away. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense gets a second chance after the roughing the punter penalty. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Another pick. Wow, that's the fourth tonight. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. But this one is broken up, was incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's complete downfield. And now the defense able to bring him down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Hand it off for a draw. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely
picked off on a crucial turnover. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Here comes a handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on third and very long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
They'll kick it away here. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Quick throw, testing the middle. The tight end makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having the lead here.
Oh, and he fumbles. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple of choice words on the importance of ball security.
Looking to scramble. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
That's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterback's in rhythm. Really,
and it's intercepted, a crushing play. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Down he goes, a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
So it's 2nd down and long here from the 13. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Matthews. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, well, it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? The Volunteers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. He had nobody open. Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to throw again. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Pressure is coming. Pulls it in. It's Davis. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Vols.
What a touchdown here with under 2 minutes to go. And the big question now, Chris, is do you kick this extra point to tie it up, or do you go for two to potentially take the lead? Either way, the defense still is going to have to go out there and make some plays.
Does his job with the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Your worst case scenario, go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to airing this one out toward the sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Knowles, to take the lead in the final minute. And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. They've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The sure hands. It's Staley. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
And the one moves the ball up to the 33. And it's the defense who stops the clock now with 17 seconds remaining. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And it's the defense stopping the clock now with 14 seconds remaining. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Going the other way, can they catch him? And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. What a special year and a moment these players will never forget. After all they put into this, they can now call themselves champions of the ACC. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they pursue now a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.